Good morning, my lovely Pisceans. Welcome back to Neptune's Reign Tarot. This is your bonus channel with myself, Ashley, and today we're going to jump right into the reading for the energies beginning the 15th of November through to the end of the week. So without further ado, let's get straight into this one. Pisces, I feel like this is a time for reflection, okay? I feel like you have learned so much stuff in the last year or 2 years, and it's time to really step into your power and put the things that you learn into practice, okay? Some of you have literally allowed yourself to be a student during this period of time. You've accepted the fact that you don't always know it all, you don't always make the right decisions, but you have learned from any mistakes you have made, and you have continuously tried to grow and be a better version of yourself this entire period. So importantly, we have the nodes, the north node and the south node switching signs in December, which marks the end of an 18-month period where we were learning to be more intellectual, learning to communicate better with others, learning to integrate ourselves into communities, and overall just learning to be more open and expressive, and moving away from the Sagittarian energy of being too overly philosophical or just knowing that, or just thinking that we know everything. This last 2 years taught us that things change and we have to be able to welcome change and also tap into our qualities of being a highly intuitive, mutable sign. So Pisces, Spirit wanted me to tell you that you're doing an amazing job and you need to congratulate yourself, which is something that I think you don't do often, Pisces. It's a time where you need to sit back and actually applaud yourself for all the things that you have endured this year. Mostly this year, it feels like this year has been pretty heavy, but all the things you've endured this year or over the course of your lifetime, things have been difficult. It hasn't been easy, but nevertheless, you have prospered. And because of how much work you have put into your soul's growth and your personality evolving over this period of time, Spirit is going to bless you in 2022. So I'm really excited. Okay, Pisces. I'm seeing that a load of you have undergone some significant changes when it comes to finance and manifesting. It seems as if Spirit has kind of forced you to learn painful lessons this year, but it is all in good faith. You know, the universe doesn't take things away from us or give us things as some sort of punishment. It is merely to teach us lessons so we can be the best versions of ourselves going forward. So I definitely feel like some of you have gone through some very difficult experiences when it comes to finances, relationships, even career. You might have felt stuck in certain positions and just feeling like you want to grow and evolve, and maybe Spirit wasn't giving you the opportunities to do that because there were other things that you needed to focus on. Pisces tends to get quite distracted by the new and exciting things to do, and I have a feeling that for the majority of you, you've been kept in positions where you are forced to learn to find a better way, a more healthier way of coping with things that aren't exactly up to your standard or aren't exactly what you desire. It's about enabling you to mature and address things in a more mature way, okay? So we've got 10 of Cups under the deck, which is a beautiful energy. I definitely feel like, Pisces, this period of time is for you to celebrate and to look forward to a brighter future, for you to welcome loving to your experience, okay? Not to focus on the past too much. Or even if you are reminiscing on the past, you're reminiscing on good things that are going to inspire you to keep pushing forward in your future. So Spirit, So we have the Six of Cups here in your past energy, coupled with the Ace of Pentacles in your present energy, and the Emperor in your future energy. So Pisces, what I just described, I feel like you have definitely been working through any immature ways of dealing with things, people, life. I feel like you're understanding that there's a certain level of commitment that has to go into growing things. There's a certain level of energy that needs to be put into making things work, especially if it comes to this Emperor. For some of you, this is definitely a relationship. You're trying to find the strength to grow and commit to something with somebody. And this is because you see them as your Ten of Cups. You see this relationship with them as, something that you can really be excited about in the future. And I feel like you've had to work through past issues to really see clarity in the situation. Okay? There's an offer here that's being gifted to you, and it might be a physical offer. Someone might come towards you and say, look, I really want to start a family with you, I think it's time for us to take our relationship to the next step. Or it could just be an offer, a gift from the universe, where you are finally establishing peace in a situation. Because some of you have definitely been juggling, okay? Either the person you're connecting with has been juggling, or you have been juggling with like past energies, your current energies, and also your future energy. I feel like a lot of time, Pisces, has been spent thinking. A lot of time has been spent, pondering over stuff. And I feel like you're overworking your brain, overworking that mechanism by consistently churning things out. And it's definitely because you're trying to find the balance between, taking your own leap of faith into certain situations, and then also allowing the universe to guide you, or also allowing people to show you just how you should maneuver, if that makes any sense. I feel like Pisces spends a lot of time analyzing other people's behaviors and motives, because you're very intuitive. So you usually use your intuition as your main source of guidance. And if your intuition tells you to do something, then you kind of wait for that cue. And like I said before, I feel like you've been suspended in this period of time where that hasn't been happening as much. You haven't been able to make the moves that you want to make, the bigger moves that you want to make, because I think sometimes, Pisces, you spend a lot of time, like I said, focusing on the new things, on the things that are going to bring excitement. And I think sometimes they bring excitement for a little while, and then they don't bring excitement anymore. And before you know it, you're on to the next thing. Spirit is teaching you that for anything to, be seen as gold, there has to be work put into it. And I'm not saying to put work into situations that are not serving you. I'm asking you to weigh up the pros and cons of giving and receiving in a situation. Giving and receiving from the people around you, especially if it's like at work. Like, are you doing too much or are you doing too less? It's about finding the balance between the two, and also trying to be more useful. That's not the word I was looking for, but it's funny that came out. Useful. Maybe you're thinking about your resources. Like, how much resources do you have to give to certain situations? But also trying to be more youthful and have a fresher approach and more enthusiastic approach to life. And I feel like you're definitely trying to battle with that. It definitely feels like sometimes the storm gets the better of you. Like, you get caught up in the whirlwind of all the things going on behind you. As you can see with the Two of Pentacles here, the sea in the back is kind of like ready to brew. say that like it's a tea, but it's ready to do something. It's ready to make a move. It's ready to cause a disruption. And I feel like some of you are stepping out of your emotions and trying to learn how to balance situations rather than running away from them, because that's definitely a Pisces trait. We like to run away from things. We don't like to address things and confront things. In our environment, we choose to just escape instead. I feel like Pisces, you're being held in situations or experiencing situations that aren't very comfortable, but it's all a part of your soul's growth and learning to be mature. You know, sometimes escaping from a situation is the maturest thing you can do, especially if, like, let's say a situation between you and someone is heated. Maybe retreating and then coming back later is a better option. But Pisces, we have a tendency to put ourselves between a rock and a hard place by not addressing things that we know should be addressed. And I feel like you're definitely trying to balance that out. For some of you, I'm hearing like you often just say like yes to people. Like people ask you to do stuff and you're just like yes, but you don't actually assess whether you have the capacity to do what they're asking of you. And I feel like you're being asked to find balance. You know, it's good to help people out and to be self-serving, but again, Pisces, you're moving away from this need to be self-sacrificing to your own detriment. That doesn't serve you in the long run. And I feel like it's definitely to do with this illusion that you create of being perfect or trying to find perfect situations and perfect solutions. Life isn't perfect, and there isn't always going to be a perfect situation, a perfect solution to something. And I feel like that is what puts you between a rock and a hard place, because if you can't find the perfect solution or the perfect situation to be in, Pisces, you kind of make yourself a victim in certain situations. So it definitely feels like you're trying to work through that tendency. Can we get some clarity on the Page of Wands, please, Spirit? The Hermit. Okay. So I was going to say, Pisces, I feel like I'm getting two things here. So the Page of Cons. Maybe you're being blindsided by something, okay? But the Page of Wands is youthful energy. Someone who is wanting to learn and experience, but they're also not aware of, I don't want to say the negatives. I want to say they are more naive, okay? Like, Pisces, you can sometimes be naive in situations, and I feel like that's what ends up, because what I'm being drawn to is the rock here, between a rock and a hard place. You go into situations really enthusiastic, really optimistic, really ready to, you know, enjoy whatever it is that you're about to put your energy into, and then you get hit with a rock. And I feel like this is a cycle for you, Pisces. This keeps happening, and you're using your qualities of you know, trenching through the darkness. You're using the qualities of your sister sign Virgo to be particular and to be organized and to actually assess situations for what they are and no longer live in this place of illusion. Some of you are definitely learning to journey through the dark sides of your soul, the colder sides of your soul, as a continuum. Like, not just something that you do occasionally. It's like you feel comfortable there now, okay? Angels, guides, and spirits, can we get clarity for the Emperor, please? I definitely feel like you guys have matured. So either you've matured in terms of situations that you find yourself in with people, because it feels like you've outgrown some situations. There's Page of Cups here and the King of Swords, clarifying the Emperor card. Pisces, I definitely feel like you're learning how to control your emotions, especially if it comes to a situation with a romantic partner. You're learning how to control your emotions. And I feel like you're going back to being you know, when you first fall in love with someone and you're all giddy and you're excited and you know, you want to spend a lot of time and you want to talk to that person every day. I feel like you've been through the emotions of that, and it's like you're being able to find comfort and peace in allowing that energy in. I feel like for some of you, it hasn't been easy for you to like open yourself up emotionally to people, especially this King of Swords. Some of you could be connecting with someone who's very like, very action orientated and very like authoritative. Like I feel like you are like more childlike, more playful, more youthful, and then this person is like got their guard up. This could be you. It could be somebody that you're connecting with that wants to be more playful, more youthful, and you might have your guard up, and you have found it hard in the past to express your emotions, and now you're moving out of that. Because I feel like there's a mature element that's coming in, like, I can't do this anymore. I can't commit to something, and I can't consciously grow something if I'm constantly holding on to past issues. I feel like for some of you, it could be past relationships or past traumas that happened in childhood that have stopped you from being able to really open up to people. Can we get clarity for the Two of Pentacles, please, Spirit? Some of you are really focusing on something. I feel like you're really focusing on yourself, one and foremost. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in the background, and it could seem a bit chaotic for you. Like, maybe things in your environment aren't working out the way you want them to. But I see you really focusing, honing in on something. Either a skill that you have. For some of you, you could be into painting, or you could be into something to do with your hands. I don't know if you, like maybe you do hair or something, or makeup. There's something that to do with your hands. I feel like you're really honing in on that skill, okay? Really trying to find a balance, the perfect balance between how much energy you give to this thing that you want to grow and the things that are happening around you. But I feel like you are choosing yourself above anything, which has been the theme for the collective this year. So 10 of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. Yeah, some of you are definitely, it's clear as day, you're learning how to master your emotions, learning how to be mature in situations, because you're understanding that in order to build a stable foundation, you have to be stable. You have to be grounded. You can't be in a constant flux of emotions and feelings, because that rocks your stability. Now, Pisces have a super ability to manifest that in which they put their most effort into. So when you think of something, whether positive or negative, energetically, you're able to draw that into you because of the power of Neptune. That's what your unfortunate but fortunate gift is, you know. So sometimes your manifestations show up quicker than you anticipated. And I feel like during this period of time, there's a lot of confusion about what you want to manifest and what you don't necessarily want to manifest. And I feel like the universe is asking you to be clear on what you want. Okay, if you want a new job, be clear about that new job. What is the particulars? What do you want that new job to do for you? What do you want it to look like? Where do you want it to be? How much money do you want to make? If you're thinking about manifesting a new relationship or manifesting harmony in your current relationship, what does that look like for you, Pisces? I feel like Spirit is asking you to be more mature in the way that you do things. So instead of just daydreaming and wishing and thinking things are just going to work out without any direction, I think you're also understanding that the universe is working in your favor when you work with it, not against it. So if you are in less desirable situations, Spirit is asking you to take the time to figure out what exactly is it that you want and be in that vibration of what you want to attract, okay? Because this is definitely in regards to your foundation and your stability. So it could be a situation that you have with someone, you could be married to someone, you could be expecting a child, or you know, doing some family planning, wanting to settle down and have a child with someone specifically, but you're trying to find a balance. Okay, and the Queen of Swords is someone who is aware of their emotions but knows when to use logic over emotions, and I feel like that's what you're being called and pulled to do here, Pisces. Can we get Six of Cups, please? I really like this Six of Cups energy because although it sometimes signifies the past, it's moving out of the past, okay? The two children here are playing in the field, okay? There's emotions there in the background, these two cups here, but they're mostly grounded than anything. And I feel like some of you are grounding yourself in something new, away from past energy, away from... It's like you're in calmer waters now. Can we clarify the Six of Cups, please? I definitely feel like there's a focus on growing something, learning something, figuring out your resources and using them to the best of your ability. No longer like being in a place of negativity or pessimism. Can we clarify the Six of Cups, please, Spirit? I feel like there's a really like happy energy here. Although you're going through some turmoil, you're trying to get through the end of this cycle. It definitely feels like you're in a cycle. There's something that you're clearing out, learning how to grow from. There's happiness at the end of this, Pisces, for you. And here's your card, the Moon. So, your intuition is guiding you towards things of the past that you might have been grounding yourself to, or anchoring yourself to, or keeping yourself stuck to. One of the things that Spirit reminded me that I completely forgot to say is it's about your fears, Pisces. There's a fear that is like, and I don't think it's one fear, there's many fears, because you know, one fear leads to another fear, and if that fear leads to another fear, and before you know it, you're in a whole chain of thoughts of fears. But it's to do with like working through your fears of the past. Whatever happened in your past, whether it be relationship, career, finances, friendships, you're learning that those were all things for you to grow from. You can learn, you can take those lessons and grow beautiful things from those lessons. And it's like you are actually in a position where you're learning from your mistakes, because it's like they keep happening. So it's constantly in your face. So you constantly have to be more aware and mindful of how you're dealing with certain situations. Ace of Pentacles, please, Spirit. Can we get the Ace of Pentacles? Clarity for the Ace of Pentacles for Pisces, please. Thank you. Nine of Wands. Again, I definitely feel like it's to do with things you're holding on to, Pisces. 9 is the end of a cycle. I feel like you're you know, these things that you were holding on to are becoming less and less relevant in your current life, like in your current situation. They're not serving you. You know, being closed off to your emotions, or being naive in certain situations, or being immature in the way you're dealing with people or things that happen in your environment, learning that there's always going to be change in some shape or form. You know, I feel like all the things that you might have been holding on to the past as stability or as catalysts for change or excitement in your environment, they're no longer relevant anymore, okay? And you're working through that, Pisces. So can we get one outcome card? Thank you. The Fool. Taking a leap of faith, okay? So it's like you know the fears are just an illusion. The insecurities, the anxieties are just illusions. They're just things that your brain has created some sort of pattern to because of things you've experienced in the past. But those past things are no longer in your environment. They're things of the past. They're gone, dead and gone, Pisces. So I feel like you're learning that, you know, I can either be anchored to the past or I can take a leap of faith into the future. You know, I can look forward to a brighter future. I can, you know, I've been through the worst. I can now go through the best parts of my life. So this is the outcome card, Pisces. Taking a leap of faith. Being the Fool. All right? I feel like you're still in a place where it's like, I don't know. But eventually, you will take that leap of faith and it will bring you to a more brighter, happier future. So that is your reading for the 15th of November, Pisces. If it resonates, please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys have a blessed week and a blessed weekend, and I will be back soon with your reading for the following week.